Hello, my name is Kathy and I'm a Sister of Mercy. On Twitter, I'm known as Knitting Nun. By being on Twitter, I've made connections with wonderful people of all faiths and none, many of whom I would never have connected with otherwise. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of these people on video calls and even in person. And of course, there are those I have known from before I ever went on Twitter. There are numerous religious who are active on social media: apostolic, monastic, Catholic, Anglican. We often share our experiences of life, the joys and sorrows, and of course we share friendship and support and prayer. One question I'm sure we've all reflected on is, why are we here? And for all of us, I believe the answer relates to our charisms. Our early Sisters of Mercy earned the nickname the Walking Nuns, and our founder, Catherine Macaulay, was determined that her sisters should not be hidden behind large convent walls, but be out in the streets with the people. To me, Twitter is the modern equivalent of the streets Catherine wanted to walk with our sisters. And like any street, it can be a wonderful place. When I chat with people about social media, they sometimes express fear of being there, saying it's unfriendly and not safe. Someone might steal my identity. Does the fact that we can have our bag, our purse, our phone stolen stop us from going out? Or do we take precautions? I know I try to be careful. And by being here on social media, I think we can make a difference. We can hopefully offer kindness, support, encouragement, and prayer for others and to others. Catherine had a real gift of demonstrating God's love through welcome and hospitality. Mary Sullivan tells us, if we wish to sow the seeds of real hope in our world, I think Catherine Macaulay would say, this is the way we do it. One person at a time, one answering of the figurative doorbell, one opening of the figurative door, one embrace of the stranger, one welcoming of the other, one sharing of our bread and milk, one person at a time. Through social media, we can connect. We can open that door. We can share our bread and milk, or offer that much needed cup of tea, one person at a time. We can be present with people as they go through the struggles and joys of life. And of course, at this time, we are very aware of the war in the Ukraine, and the people of the Ukraine are constantly in our hearts and minds. Some of those people are on social media and are sharing the reality of their lives, just as we are seeing on the television. And many of those there are also responding by prayers for peace and for those who are sharing their stories, their lives, their fears, their joys. If you do wish to venture onto Twitter, I'd suggest a good place to look is to search for hashtag Nuns of Twitter and Bruvs of Twitter. There, I'm sure you will find some people you will be happy to meet, some of whom you may already know. So I do choose to be here on Twitter and to stay here, because for me, it helps me be more aware of God's love for me, God's love for others, and my response to God's love. I'd like to end with a prayer based on the first letter of St. John, chapter 4, verse 16. God of love, all love comes from you. Help us to be aware of your love for each one of us. May we always live in you and know that you live in us. And may the certain knowledge that you are love enable us to share your love in our world and to love one another. Amen.